Honors to the elders and apostles of the Islam, Shalom also to the one-third Israelites, which include the Judah Strickland, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Indians, also the blood descendants, who blood descendants means they don't look like a so-called Negro, Latino, or Indian on the outside, but guess what, on the inside, exactly, they are Israelites on the inside and outside really soon, when salvation comes. So today we want to talk about the reason why we live. And we will start with Romans 12 and 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Galatians 1 and 10. For do I now persuade man, O God, or do I seek to please man? For if I yet pleased man, I should not be the servant of Yahweh. Hashem Yahweh Shai. Come. Because if you think about it, you are not here on this world, okay, to to love men, okay. It would be stupid for you to have such a gift and such a blessing, which is to find this truth, to understand the truth, and to get all this knowledge, wisdom, okay. The truth of the matter is that most people can't get it, okay. So there's either one way or another. One way is they understand it, the other is they don't, okay? So there is nothing in between. That's even what Yahushua says, okay, cold or hot, right? So there is no middle one or lukewarm, okay? There is no lukewarm, because lukewarm, see it already, for the one person it is hot, for the other person it's cold, you see? So that really there is no lukewarm, okay? So I can give you a quick example again. If somebody says he is in the truth, he understands the scriptures, this Bible, he has that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And if somebody says he is not in the truth, guess what? He doesn't have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because even if he understands something, he really doesn't believe that um, he got the knowledge to say I am, in the faith or something, something which proves that something that proves that he is not just reading, but he also understands, right? There are people that know actually whole books, okay, just by their mind, okay, without reading it. Okay, there are people who have autism, or how you call it, okay, who can do basically not supernatural things, but things that are not possible for humans, not in general, but for most of the humans, right? Okay, so they are born with something, which means they are kind of like different. And guess what? They know a whole book just by going over it in, let's say, 10 minutes, where other people would read like, let me say, 1 day or 20 hours, right? So how is that possible? Exactly. These people really have the same understanding, and maybe even know more of that book than you, okay, that was reading 20 hours, right? That's not supernatural. That's just you know, gene pool, if you will. Today it's kind of like interesting how people really came from, things like that. So really, this is not superpower or something, okay? But anyway, there are people who have this, how you call it, ladder knowledge. Okay, ladder knowledge is not knowledge when it comes to a book that is spiritual. Okay, so a spiritual book has to be understood spiritual. Okay, for example, you can't ride um, you can't ride a jungle or mountains with a sports car that much if there's no street, but you can do it with a Jeep, right? You can do it with a Land Rover or with something, which has the wheels high enough to drive over certain zones and certain places like that, right? So that's basically the truth, because our wheels are high enough, our spiritual understanding is high enough to divide the word of truth. You see? Let me get that. Because there are certain stones that are in your way if you read this Bible. And it's made that way by Hashem Yahushai, because he doesn't want to to give that understanding to everybody. He wants it that way that not everybody can get it. You see? That's why it says, divide the word of truth. Study to shew thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. But shun profane and vain babblings, okay, like these latter knowledge people, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. Okay? Dividing definition. Separate or be separated into parts, okay? You can't just say, oh, the whole scriptures talks about anybody can be saved um, with doing nothing, basically. Okay, you just have to say that you believe in uh, Satan, basically. What they say, okay, Jesus, which is Satan. But that's not correct, okay? You have to also work on your faith or do something which proves that you have faith, okay? Because the scriptures doesn't say for a coincidence. The demons also say that they believe in God. Let me get that real quick. James 2 and 19, thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. You see? You have to work also, okay? Just believing is not enough, okay? Let me get it in the quick to shoot yourself approved, okay? Rightly dividing and the word dividing, okay, or to Tomeo means means show Strong's info. Okay, I had these books, but I sold some of them. You know, I can watch it on the internet also, so I sold some of them to receive money for my, for moving and stuff. You know, I had a hard time. Anyway, because some of these books cost like 50 euro, here for example, or $50. I had all the Strongs in the Greek and in the Hebrew and things like that, Also on my first channel, which was deleted. Okay, this is my second, but maybe even if you go on this channel to my first videos, you can maybe even see it. Anyway, um, to make a straight cut, okay, so you cut this part talking about the laws to keep, which has nothing to do with Yahushua talking about I came not to destroy the law but to fulfill it. It has nothing to do. Swine is still unclean. Swine is still harmful to your body. And even if it would have something to do with what Yahushua said, of course it has something to do with what Yahushua said. Okay, the Torah, the law, okay, that it says the swine is unclean. Of course, Yahushua talks about that and lays it out better, okay, laid it out better. But what? He doesn't talk about not keeping it at all. He just says how to keep it, especially in these last days, because it's difficult in today's time to keep certain laws perfectly. And we know we're not perfectly, so that's why he fulfilled it. But that doesn't mean that you don't have to keep it. What is that for bullshit, man? Okay, you really believe that? Okay, you just like that sports car driving to a mountain area, man. Okay, and you drive over that stone. Like I said, there are stones in your ways. If you think this is a ladder knowledge, okay, there are stones in your ways eventually. You see, so that's why most of these people don't have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It's not available for all these people. So basically, you are that one who drives with a sports car over a stone, and your car is basically destroyed after it. You see, or you're stucking in some uh, 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 you know nasty wet earth somewhere in a hole where you can't come out anymore. Okay, because you're stuck inside there, and your wheels overdrive, man. You see. That's Jake's two dirts outside there also, man. Okay, who also look like Jakes. Okay, because some of these false camps, you see, some of them are not even Israelites. Okay, and some of these so-called white people are Israelites in some cases, but both don't have the truth. You see. So anyway, with that, hope to Yahweh Hashem, 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 Shalom.